Man, I ran into the wildest thing. The 2001 eclipses bounce off of Tesla and SpaceX. But I went back, I was doing a lot of stuff and I was on social media and just doing a bunch of mindless stuff. I'm not on any caffeine today. I'm going to slack a lot of caffeine today and not sure when I'll do it next. Like I got up at 8 o'clock tonight, so I'm rolling my days forward and so forth. But so I went back to my Excel spreadsheet and I had opened a date, like I was going to load something. You know how you insert a row? And it was inserted at June 26th. And it was like, what in the world was I going to load? And all my tabs were closed out. And I was like, you idiot. Whatever it was that you were going to load for June 26th disappeared. And it wasn't. So anyway, I went to, as I was scrolling around still, I came across Princess Diana's death. And I was like, you need to cipher that one. Just see what it lands on. Y'all, it landed on the date that I had opened, the June 26th. And that wasn't what it was. That was just freaky. And there's no way I could prove that to you. So there's that, that's gone. But it happened. And then I was like, why don't you start doing all the 2001 eclipses? Because I don't recall that we ever loaded them. I checked them once, but it was only when I was looking for an eclipse to land on a specific date. And so it was kind of selfish. Like I looked it up, but I didn't want to create all of the, because you have to insert, you have to go in, you have to insert, and you have to bring the dates down. But on the other page, you have to load the link. It's just a lot of work. So there was 5 eclipses in 2001. I just was looking for a specific date. It was something you could look at real quick. I didn't feel like loading them all back, I don't know, 6-7 weeks ago when I was checking them all out. And today I decided to go ahead on and load them. We need more eclipses in there. There's a lot of missing dates on eclipses. Sure enough, that SpaceX and Tesla both landed on 2001 eclipses. So the way Michael stumbled on, so let's do a Control F. And there's my 2001. I've already done it once. So partial lunar. Yeah, partial lunar. It lands on Michael's big day. That's his biggest day, June 24th, but he likes that whole 21st through the 24th cycle. And that 24th is a big day for him. And, why not? It's the Dinty Moore can, the movie Shooter release date. Dinty Moore came to Trump. They were practicing on a Dinty Moore can. Dinty Moore came to Trump in Sumatra. June 24th, of course, super big day. The next one is July 31st, which lands right at, the golf tournament. So, so Michael, you got a 2001 eclipse now. It's a partial lunar. July 5th, 2001 lands on that. So I know you're pleased. Were there any other? Yeah, there was a 7-11 total solar that lands on that day, that's big. So, you got a total solar, partial lunar, and that's pretty much it for eclipses for that day. Next one lands on July 2nd, where we have the X across America, total solar. And now we have a total lunar of 2001 that also connects to the X across America of 2017, August 21st. It also connects to Mamma Mia, here we go again, which I told you was tremendously huge. That lands on July 2nd. Well, what's July 3rd? That's the posting date at Heliofont YouTube site for when they posted IPEC Goat. They claim it was released on like the 24th, I think it was. But when they posted it to their own YouTube channel, it showed the date of July 3rd, which would be the following day. Like, let us tell you what just happened yesterday. Next, December 14th, 2001. Now, we've already discussed December 14th because there was a total solar on December 14th, 2020 that we just talked about in the last video. That was one of the most tremendous eclipses of all times, as it sat directly in between the two total solars that make an X across America. But look what else it lands on. There's only two things for July 8th. Just two things for July 8th. They're both annular solars. The other annular solar was the last solar before the lockdowns. December 26th, 2019, annular solar. Isn't that the one that had the smile underneath China or something like that? That's shaking my head. No, I mean, Enter the Stars did. So the annular solar, whoops. So the annular solar, number 3, the annular solar is the one that made the smile underneath China. Now, the one that had the frown across the United States, that's the total solar of July 2nd. I definitely need to load that. But one thing at a time, because y'all know how I get. I get crazy. That's how I get. I got the ADHD thing going on. So how many days was it between the December 26th annular solar to March 11th, which was what happened on the world stage? 2 days later, our reaction. But I think the March 11th is bigger. It's 311, comes with 33, all that kind of stuff. You know, you can debate either or. And we can load both. We could load both dates. So let's take a look at how many days and then run that. Let me try to figure this out in my head. Hang on. I think what I'm trying to say is from 2019's annular solar, since a 2001 annular solar hits on it, we all know what 2001 is, that if I count that many days, we will add it to July 8th and see what it comes up with. Deal? Does that make sense, or is that just too stupid? All right, now that's 76 days. 76 days from July 8th. September 22nd. I know what's weird about this September 22nd is it's the next progression of September 11th. 9/11, 9/22. We've thrown that out there before. Let's backdate and see what that comes up to. Hang on. All right, so that's the July 10th cipher. We just loaded it. So I have a lot of enemies out there. This may be the last time you'll see me for a while. And March 11th, 2020 when the WHO declared the global pan, which is what we were looking for. Yeah. So, yeah. Now my brain is like spaghetti right now. I mean, that wasn't what we were looking for, was it? We were looking at 2 annular solar eclipses. How many days up to? All we did was add days. We added days to, again, 2001. 2001, all the 2001s. All the 2001s. Right there. We added however many days it was, and then added it to July 8th, because that's what it hits on. And it came to September 22nd, and then we backed it down. It landed on the March 11th, 2020. Michael, you'll have to figure that out for me. I'm not good at word problems. Is that just an anomaly, like a super freaky thing? Because the cipher wasn't a search for March 11th, 2020. It was the amount of days from December 26, 2019 to March 11th, 2020, which gave us, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll do it for the 13th too and see if it works that way. Well, it probably would automatically. So I was looking, 76 days. Then I wanted to add that to July 8th, because that's the cipher of an annular solar. But all we did was, it's just, I don't know. I think we hit on a freak show moment, but I'm not totally sure. So I'm going to make sure Michael really needs to watch this and go over the math on it. So if it hits on July 10th, that means the 13th would be July 12th, which has 5,000. USA is locked down. It's Trump's birth. Billie Eilish birthday. She sang No Time to Die. Blood Moon. Donnie Darko release at Sundance, and 28 days later release date. Total Lunar 1979. Eye of the Tiger song release date 404 May 31st 1982. 404 in length. Hunger Games release date. Olympus Has Fallen release date March 13th, Friday the 13th, 2020, when the USA was locked down as a nation. Already got that. Right there. And assassination of Garfield. So I can get rid of assassination of Garfield. Jeez, I'm on the wrong one to do corrections. Hang on. So let's do this again. You've got partial lunar, July 5th, 2001. That will land on this June 24th. That has a ton of things on it. And Michael loves that day, and we're giving him an eclipse from 2001. Next up, we have that total lunar that lands on X across America. Mamma mia, here we go again day. Amazing. Next, we have December 14th, 2001 annular solar. It's going to hit on July 8th. And I thought to add the same amount of days. Let me try to think about this again. What you have to do, you have to add 76 days to each progression. Okay, so July 8th moves to September 22nd. Well, the next progression of July 8th is, well, hang on, we'll find out. It would land on August 14th is the next progression from July 8th. And then you got to go up 76 days and it lands on the Donnie Darko right eye area, because that was that party when that right eye wound took place, if I'm not mistaken, to Frank. See, Donnie died on October 2nd, but Donnie shot Frank in the right eye on October 29th or 30th. I'm pretty sure it was the 30th. But so it's in or, you know, it's right there in that ballpark. So that's what we have to do. So how in the world did it cipher back and land on March 11th without that just being a freak show? And if Michael tells us that it's a freak show anomaly, like I'm thinking it is, then we have to really, really keep a spotlight on that, on the cipher and on the adding 76 days to the cipher. Because you had annular solars, both in the month of December in 2001 and 2019. I mean, all roads lead to 2001, right? So total solar eclipse, June 21st, 2001 gives us July 17th. The only other thing on that day was Tesla company opens, and sat right there and said, wow, there's nothing else for that day. We don't have an eclipse for it. There's nothing. Now we've got a 2001 total solar eclipse. That lands on July 17th. The Dark Knight was released on July 18th. Next up, penumbral lunar eclipse, December 30th, 2001, lands on July 24th. We talked about that. The partial lunar lands on June 24th. Okay, it was July 24th. So we got something for July 24th also. This is what I'm looking for. What else is on July 24th? That's when SpaceX opens. There was nothing else on our grid for when SpaceX opens other than a so they opened Tesla and SpaceX based off of eclipses that bounce off of 2001. How do we not think that he's not going down on a cipher that bounces off of 2001 eclipses? There's 5 of them. There's every type of lunar. There's total, penumbral, partial. And then there's a total solar and annular solar. 5 eclipses. I should make one just special for 2001. Well, there's all 5 of them in their glory. So, I mean, that's a pretty big, that's a pretty big deal right there, apparently. June 24th, July 2nd, July 8th, July 17th, July 24th. And Michael's going to have to figure out that other word problem. You might have to go back and watch it a few times. I wondered if I should have included the dates of all of them. I mean, everything that's encompassing them, which we can do that. All right, so all the things that are associated with those dates. And you can see the biggest one is Michael's Day of June 24th for sure. July 2nd is big. July 8th is weird. He's going to have to look at that for me. They're both annual solars that took place before the event. Well, that actual annular solar took place after 9/11. But what I'm saying is the 2019 was before the lockdown. That might be something to look at. Go back to the total solar. Total solar is June 21st, okay? 82 days. 82 days from the total solar of 9/11 until it happened. 82 days. Let's say like yin yang, and there's no total solar this year. If you add 82 days to the total lunar, you do get August 6th, which is the 86, which is when Trump said 2 years previous, he might not be around much longer. That's a big day. Suddenly, August 6th is a tremendous day. And so what does August 6th take us to? Cipher wise, June 30th. What all goes down on June 30th? What all is June 30th? You have 3 items. Scared to look. Let's look at them. Groundhog Day release date, which my divorce was on Groundhog Day. You have a total lunar eclipse of 1978. You have April 17th anomaly where I was 22200 days old. Well, it's not an anomaly, just when I turned it. And the Mercury transit 888, solar eclipse 666. Oh, I turned 22200 days old. Mercury transit 888, solar E 666. What the heck does that even mean? Because Israel, that's not the Israel Trump thing. Let me go look at that Mercury transit. Hang on. Oh, I think on that day when I turned it, it was 888 days from a Mercury transit, and it was 666 days from a solar eclipse. So I ciphered it. Now that should go into my personal. So I'm going to move that. Hang on. Get that thing out of here. Yeah, no personal stuff in the main grid. We'll put that into my personal grid. I didn't have anything for June 30th. Again, my personal stuff is only 28 different items. Some of them double up, so. So that's, I'm pretty sure I lost my train of thought. So hang on, let me get it back together. All right, we were looking at the items that will land on the 86 cipher of August 6th, 86. It's a total lunar eclipse of March 24th, 1978, and the release date of Groundhog Day. And on my personal, it was that crazy little anomaly. All right, so I put that in the wrong place. I do have a lot of personal things for June 30th. I put it underneath like as if it was July 30th. So this August 6th progression, I have more personal days than I do main days. So June 30th, Groundhog Day release date, total lunar eclipse. That's all going to fall on August 6th, which is 82 days after a total lunar, because 9/11 took place 82 days after a total solar. We're just bouncing way outside the box here today. And my apologies for it. My Mayday friend was that amount of days on March 11th. Trump and I's combined number, that bounces to June 30th. April 17th, yes, we went over that one. And my birthday through 37 progressions. So it would be the day I was born progresses to the day Trump would go down. If it's June 30th or August 6th for 86, 80, Wow. Now, if he goes down on, of course, the anniversary, 2-year anniversary of when he said he might have to disappear, see previous video, the Whirlpool speech where he said, I might have to go away for a while because he has a lot of enemies. If he does go down on the 6th, he rises on 8/8. 3 days later, you got a full moon in Sirius, the dog star rising. So, man, I hope I didn't confuse y'all. That's my personal business. We went outside the box a lot. Maybe we gave Michael a lot of stuff to feel good about, and to a lot of times he bounces off stuff that I talk about, and then he starts going wild with gematria and giving us all kind of stuff, which we love. So are these even? Got 124. Is this even? Got 124. Okay. So everybody's happy. Everybody's happy. And we've gone over everything that can take place today already in the previous video. It's a lot. This is a big day, the 20th. But boy, have we added on lots of other items. Let's see, before we close out, if we end up with any comments from today's videos or today's video. 1 hour ago, looks like one of them weird things again, where they're promoting a website in another language. All right, love y'all very much.